Sonic Spinball. Worst of the Genesis Quest. If I end up considering this game belonging on the list, it's probably going to be a Bubsy situation where it's at the bottom of it, because I kind of like this game. I can see why you wouldn't though. Here's a blurry Sonic. Oh, it's 4 players. I don't think I knew that. This essentially is pinball, but you can move the ball on its own in the air and other things like that. It's not a bad idea. This isn't the last game to try it. I don't think people have that opinion of Pokemon Pinball on the Game Boy. People seem to like that one. To me, I don't really know what the difference is. Like, this one's just a little older and less refined than that, but that's almost almost the same game to me. Maybe they focused more on pinball in that game and less on Sonic stuff. That might be part of it. This game has boss fights. They're kind of ridiculous. It's got some cheap shots on it. All right. I'd say this game right here is downright famous for just being a Sonic game, maybe, but it's definitely one of the ones that everyone who had a Genesis seems to have played. I don't think I hit the right button for options, so try again. Nope. How the hell do you go in to the options? What are you doing, Sonic? There. Sonic here looks like he was drawn wrong, like on a cereal box that didn't advertise with Sega. Like they just illegally took Sonic. Alright, let's go. One of the first things you'll notice when you're playing this game is it feels significantly worse than even Sonic 1. Really low frame rate kind of problem. And I think that hurts people's opinions of it pretty bad, and I definitely don't like the way it feels either. Sonic is supposed to be a fast-moving, snappy game. None of this pinball stuff means anything, either, unfortunately. Our goal is pretty clearly that Chaos Emerald, and we don't really have to do a whole lot to unlock that, I don't think. Pinball does have goals and stuff like this in it, it just doesn't feel quite like this normally. The gates are now open for the good shot. If I can get it to happen. In a pinball game, physics mean everything. I died. Back to the start of the mission. Have to do it all in one go. Come on, man. Here, at least in the first area, when we fall off, we don't die, but I feel like that changes pretty dramatically in the rest of the game. The safety lids have opened. I cannot get in there anymore. God. Maybe I actually do need to go down the left ramp to get in. He's so bouncy. There. Progress. Once again. Okay, we need to bust mini barrel. Love to soar warp. Is that good? Do we like that? Oh shit. Back here, because what they've done is they've created like a multi-floor pinball table. It feels bad though. It feels like you're losing levels instead of just going down a little bit on the floor. You have to work your way back up to where you was. But I've definitely played worse pinball games. I don't feel like the SNES had a single good one. What? There are really good pinball games on the Genesis. Not this one particularly compared to the Crush tables, but I think it's playable. I wish it ran better. I wish the physics responded the way I want them to. Barrel Boston. Believe it or not, I am making progress here. I think barrel busting is one of the many ways I'm allowed to get in there. Sweet. Oh, don't have enough emeralds. Now, back to the start for some reason. It's a bit confusing, I'll tell you. Ah, I missed. I hit the wrong button. Honestly, this game probably doesn't need death at all, right? Like, why did they even put that there? They had the right idea here. On top of everything else, this game is pretty tough to beat. Ridiculously challenging to get it all done. And I think all of my progress got locked up just now because of that. Which is not how pinball works, by the way. That's just not right. That's probably the farthest thing from pinball that this game does. There are missions in most pinball tables, especially modern ones. But they're done when they're done. They're not undone. You don't lose lights unless it's like an extra ball or multi-ball bonus or something. You tend to keep the progress on the actual mission. Hey. That's what happens, I guess, when the gate's not open yet. And I need to remember whether I went left or right on the one time I did it, because the other one has another emerald. Oh. What are we watching out for, exactly? There, finally. It's a bit confusing, but I think I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I think my current goal is to get rid of those barrels so that I can go up that way. Or this way would also work. I think that way's easier than the barrels. Damn. Alright, moment of truth. I don't know if I have this one or not yet. This looks right. Okay, now I just need to figure out how to get to that other one. I need to go back to Area 1 and drain the corks so that I can go into where it is. I don't know how to do that. I think I need to go for a row. Okay, there it is. I just didn't get it when I had the opportunity. That's my bad. I need to get back to the start. Okay, I'm dead, actually. It's game over. I went back to the start in a different way. Freaking 3 lives. Get the hell out of here. Yeah, no continues, 3 lives. I don't know if you can even get more lives. Up, please. Yeah, yeah. That's before I forget. Grab this. It feels really awkward that this is how you get it, and that I was supposed to come do that instead of, you know, play pinball. But that is what they want. Now we have to get the other 2 the same way I did last time, by opening the gates and riding the cart down. That's the goal. It's hard to really know what the goal is, but you know what? That is something that does have in common with pinball. Pinball is usually needing the manual to truly understand what the hell you're doing in it. Like, sure, you can go up the same ramp like 5 times to unlock something, but to really get the master thing unlocked, good luck. Go on, Sonic. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. No! There you go, boy. Oh, man. I think we go right. I'm not sure. I think that's the one I opened. I'm wrong. It's it. What the? I ain't making much headway here with my bad shooting. At least that's something. Oh, fuck. I think if this game didn't have the ability to lose progress, it would probably be fine as an easy game, which the Genesis sorely lacks. I think the possibility of death is too much for it. I don't really know how you would fix it other than not deleting progress, giving way more lives. Both of those things would need to happen for it to be like a medium tough game. Oh, come on. He didn't bounce back. Wow. Okay, now it doesn't really matter which way I go. I need both left and right on this thing. I went this way because of... Oh, I didn't pull the switch yet. Shit. Actually, I never did that. I probably want to keep going that way and pull the switch, and then it won't be so confusing. The shot I need is to the right. Having a really hard time making it happen. Man, come on. Not that. I need to get to the other side here. Ah, oh, Sonic, cooperate. Fuck. Really, you jerk? Ugh. Man, that's so hard right there to stay alive. Back to the start. All of that questing to unlock the switches has to be redone. Actually, the first part looks like it's checkpointed now that I got the emerald. What is that shot? Why can't I do it? Like, no matter what I do, I cannot hit it up there. Oh. Nice work, Sonic. I just want to hit the switch and get moving here, but I cannot get... You would think I'd have more control than usual, but I just do not. Man. Why is it so hard to get up that shot? It's just straight up from here. I cannot make it. It's so tight. I need to. It's mandatory. Gotta get up there. I did it before without even thinking about it. Just gotta follow those lights upwards. There. Now, I don't know if the other one's still open. I am assuming it's not. That would be generous. I'll be able to scope it while I go this way. It's, not open. Oh my god. None of that, thanks. Okay, now I have to do the same thing. Got the shot right away this time. If you were good at this, and you could be because you do have control and it's hard for me, but there is something to it where you could get Sonic to do what you want here, theoretically. You could just go straight up the right side there, bust all three of those barrels, and be done with this area already. But I cannot seem to get it. Almost. Oh. Oh my god. Good, we didn't get thrown out. Yeah, I feel like this is Sonic Spinball to everybody, this one table of the 4 that exist. And now I get to do what I just did again. It's so repetitive, I think. It's one of the problems with Table 1 here. Why do they have me doing the same thing like 3 times? But it does stay unlocked for the most part. I just need to get back up there. And this time, magically, when I get back up there, it will let me proceed to the boss that exists. Yeah, it looks like it's totally unlocked, so that's good. At least it's got checkpoints in it, so that's something. It's just kind of rough to get to this point. Yeah. Scorpius. Come on. Oh, nice. Scorpius defeated. Free them. So we have regular pinball sometimes in this game. I know those characters, sort of. Oh my, that was close. I wonder if I have a shake. I think I might, somewhere. Yeah, there it is. I don't know how I did that exactly, but I do have a way to shake this table, unlike the other one. I think it's like all 3 buttons together or something like that. At this point, it feels like I'm playing Breakout and not Pinball, but I have less control than Breakout usually does. Love to see it. Now what? Rising jackpot. Oops. God damn it. And yeah, you just don't get 1-ups unless you get one way in. There are a lot of cheat codes for this game. You can slow down the game to half speed or quarter speed. You can move freely. Huge sprites? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna try that one right now, actually. If I can figure out how. Oh, Game Gear version. Yeah, you're right. There it is. Level select. We're back. What? Fuck. Hey, Sebmal, thanks for the host. What's up? Thanks for the roast. Ugh. Is this good? What the... Got one. Ugh, almost died again. Total action. Oh my god. The door remains unbusted. Oh my god, that's so hard to stay alive in this. Is that good? I don't like this teleport. It has no function, as far as I can tell. Well, shit. The door continues to be unbusted. Busted? Oh man. We got the doubler, folks. Is that good? Normally points give you some extra balls, but I don't know that this one does, so that's not very exciting. $20 million seems like a ridiculous amount. I don't know yet how to get the emeralds on this stage that I'm missing, the two on the left and right. But I think I'm close to both of them. Maybe I go down the emerald shaft and just go left and right now that the, maybe something has closed that wasn't closed before. Oh, they really just locked that up, huh? Ugh. Oh, I game overed again in stage 2. The stage select code stays enabled, so I can skip right back here. But, of course, I gotta start over. Oh my god, man. I really don't like this death trap. I hate it a lot. It just doesn't make any sense. The one on stage 1 also didn't make any sense, but at least I could somewhat control it. Ah. Weird physics saved me from falling down. Oh man. Everything I've done has not made a single bit of progress yet in this, I think. Oh. I wonder how you reopen that stinky door that keeps you from dying to the gutters. A door which I don't agree should ever shut. Man, this sucks. Oh, wow. This doesn't work for me. Sometimes pinball itself does this to you, but it feels really bad in this one. It feels like it shouldn't be happening. And I don't think I can do much about it until I learn how to control Sonic himself better. Because trying to get him to go where I want is not working out for me very well. Nice work, Sonic. Damn it. It shouldn't be so hard to do something so simple. I have to do it like 4 times, but even so, cannot get in there to hit the door. Which apparently is my goal. It just doesn't work for me. There we go. This doesn't do anything for me though. So I guess that's not the goal currently until I do something else. I don't know what it is. It's something. Oh, the door needs rebusted. Oh, fuck. Man. I think at the end of the day, all this game does for me is makes me want to play a better pinball. Ugh. It's so stingy with the lanes. Like, come on. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I actually don't know what the fuck they want from me again in stage 2. It's more confusing than stage 1, and stage 1 was out of its mind. I need 2 emeralds, that's all I know. Wow. I'm fighting with the physics a lot. They need to give you more direction with the arrows and stuff, I think. Bust door first, it says. But why? Because then the door shuts again later. Am I to understand that you want me to bust the door and then that guy stops respawning? And if I go in the door, it is busted. Damn it. They got these arrows pointing to these tunnels, but they don't do anything useful for me. Gotcha. What? I have to get my 1 emerald every time. God, I missed again. I'm telling you, this game really doesn't need the death. That's really the big problem. Or it needs to throw lives at you left and right. It's so mean with the physics there like that. Like, right there. Boy howdy. He bounced off the thing and then right back in. Right off the bumper. Yeah, I am controlling Sonic in the air. A lot. Maybe too much. I suspect that I'm supposed to bust the door open and then do something with it. I don't see a way into those tunnels. at all, actually. I've been trying to open some gates for the other sides. They don't seem to want to do that. Maybe I can dash. God, that's terrible. Why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just let him run up? Why did they make you spin dash? Because I tried to get in there earlier and I didn't do a spin dash. And I'll tell you, Sonic 1 would let me just walk right up that hill. I don't need the spin dash. Oh, can't do that yet. This still does not lead me anywhere. I think I do need to undo the cork. Well, actually, Sonic 1 doesn't have the spin dash. I don't like this level at all. I don't like the instant death on it. I don't like this part. Doing it just once is annoying enough, because it's kind of hard to do. It looks like I need to do it at least 3 times to do what maybe needs to be done here. Minimum, probably more like 10. Boy howdy. Just seems like they didn't know what they should be doing with Spinball. I think that's the thing I need to break open. Cool loop. Okay, back up. In the end, it's a very uninteresting way to get this open. Wow. Come on, dude. It's Great Tie Tuesday. Look how many animals I'm freeing. This is fantastic. I feel like I want to say stage 1 is the only good stage, and I don't like stage 1 in this game, but I don't remember what stage 3 is like. I know stage 4 is no good. And this stage sucks ass. It's one of the worst pinball stages I've ever seen. In any context. Let me out of here. I think I need that bounce. There it is. Ugh. Back down. Okay, game over. Back to stage 2, folks. We gotta restart. I'm gonna just look up a manual on what in the God's name they want me to do here exactly, because I don't understand still. Manual sure doesn't tell you. The manual says, use steam jets like flippers, get help from cluck birds, destroy half-baked bosses in the robo boiler room. Pause that. Let me see a manual. There are maps of level 3 and 4. That's something. This FAQ, the first thing I see is, I hate this boss. Okay. Level 2. Steam Blast sends you upward to first area. There's nothing to do here, but it's dangerous. Hit the door at the top center 3 times. Get through, and then go upwards on the steam. Go in the center pipe. Collect the emerald, and then hold left to right. Spin dash. Go to the far side and use the steam to enter the upper area. Now these are different. If you fall, you'll go to nowhere good, so don't fall. One piston has a cork in it. Yeah, that's what I thought. You got to do something with the cork. Bust it open, and then smash the C button and hope that you get the emerald. Bang on the C button like mad. There's a lot of stuff at the top that won't do you any good. By the way, jump on the catapult thingy to get a burst for steam that takes you back to the steam room. Okay, it sounds like it sucks. Let's go back in. So unlike the first one, which had a bunch of weird mechanics, but they all kind of integrated, this one just has a bunch of stuff that does nothing, and then one thing that does. And they don't really tell you how to do it. And also there's death all over the place. It's my 10th death in the stage. Ugh. It's so easy for him to just fall right down there. Like, you don't even need to bust the door open. The guide is wrong. You can just go that way. It's fine. It's like solving a puzzle I don't like, trying to figure out what these tables even want from me. Oh. Oh man. Come on. I'm not allowed to make progress in this stage, I swear. It's like if my pinball table were called, oops, all gutters. Aha! Ugh, that feels bad. But hey, that makes sense. We got the thing. Now to do it again on the other side. So if you know what to do, you can clean this stage up in like 30 seconds. If you can get it to work. There's nothing here. It's very empty on... I just kind of want to read to you the, what Master Pinball, requires for, like, Medieval Madness. Like the Pinball Wizard mode to get to that point where everything's worth 1 billion points and you've seen all the cutscenes on the table and stuff. And yeah, they use the dot matrix machine for cutscenes. But, there's so much to do on that table. Any one task on Monster Bash is more than what this entire table does here on this stage. Man, I can't get over there. Fuck. They should have just made these guys bounce you up no matter what. But if you don't land directly on top of them, you don't get the jump. And the height that you get is variable too for some reason. It didn't even try that time. What the heck? Well, back to it. Oh, fuck's sake, man. Oh, back to work. I was close, it just didn't work for me that time. I don't know why, it just didn't jet. I guess it's just, I was timed wrong or something. Down, please. Now, mashing the button works. Trying to time it probably will miss. If you don't mash the button going in there, it simply won't work for you. Like, it only allows you to even try to blow the wind when he's right in front of it. Otherwise, you won't even know it does anything. So that's just something I think is going to hold up nearly everybody. Figuring out that's even what's going on is going to be the biggest hurdle in this game. And now we can go up these, I guess. Someday. Eventually. Hey. No! Oh, sweet. Just do that. I don't know why they gamific Use Guy hates this boss. It's better than the first boss. Robohead defeated. Alright, first try. Alright. Back to actual gaming for a minute. Okay. Hold on, let me rebuffer that one. Hell yeah, I'm kicking ass. So this is 1/7 of a life, is what you're telling me. A bonus for beating that. Well, there's one. Oh, that's the wrong way. What's happening? Two X power chamber. Sorry. Going nowhere. Fuck. I'm not sure what the goal is with this extra side here. But hey, what else is new? Fantastic. Hey, we're back. Do the flipper. Oh, there we go. I think it said what to do in the text that was on screen for like 1/3 of a second. You do go back to level 1. I'm using a cheat that's in game. There's so many places to hit the orb here. I don't know if any of them are worth my time. Probably not. That one apparently is. Lucky guess. Animal jail. How am I supposed to get that one on the right? I'm trying to figure out how I did it last time. I kind of just grabbed it last time, but the way it's currently like shuffling. I don't think I can just go in there, and I can't see if it's open or not. What the? Power chamber 2x. Ultra cool slide, Sonic says, sarcastically. I don't know how I stopped the right wheel, but that seems essential, yeah. my god. Well, we'll just ride this over here, I guess. It's so incorrect with the angle and the shot that it ends up doing. I'm still thrown off by it. I think it's bad as a pinball game. Mostly because of the physics and the direction. One-ups in pinball are usually done better than this. I mean, pinball obviously has that. It would be a particularly mean table to be this bad, though. I guess I missed my chance. It says do the flipper catch there. Now what? I saw a Chaos Emerald over here I need. Wouldn't surprise me if it's just up. Sorry. Bad player alert. 3 emeralds? What a chump. I feel like I just saw a Chaos Emerald fall out of one of the cages. It's currently not my property, so I gotta go maybe find where it went. Oh, there it is. What? How many do I have? Does it tell me somewhere? Yo, move it. Hey. Maybe I have them all. I feel like I have at least 4. This level makes a little bit more sense, but it's still kind of like not fun to play. The first level's still the best one. Ah, it's so hard to get in. None of the shots work for me. Short circuit. Come on, Sonic. I'll never get in. This shot should not be this hard for me. I'll take the teleport, it's fine. I have failed the flipper catch. Anyway, back here. Once again. Ugh. Wow, man, it's so mean with the slopes. Oh, that would have gone in there? Okay. Trying to aim at this isn't working for me. But just the random nonsense does work. And also they're not open right now, realistically speaking. They're kind of shuffling around. There's no way I can get in there with them doing that. So I need to figure out exactly what switch turns that off. It's probably that glass stuff right there. Or just teleport somehow, somewhere else. Oh my. Having a wonderful time. Oh, I actually did get in there randomly. I don't know where the other one's at. Oh, come on. That's garbage. Someone consult a map. There are two on the right side. I think I'm missing that one, maybe. Like, there's one, in the cages I got, and then there's one on the left and right side of that, and then there's the two that are in the wheels, which I feel like I would see them if I didn't get them yet, so they must be achieved already. Fuck. I don't know how to lock this gate, and that seems important too. I did it over here while I was messing around with the gates. Ugh, not where I want to be. Lost levels puzzle design going on in Pinball here. Oh, back to it. It's just that simple. I've learned that despite what it looks like, the very, very edge of the flipper is what gets you this shot that you need. Now there's an emerald up here somewhere. I need to figure out how to get up further. I think the right side, unfortunately, is the side I need, but maybe this will do it. Why is there a lift there? What the hell? Is this good? Do I want this? No, it's not good. Oh, fuck. I made it up there once to wherever it is that you need to go now. I think it was on the other side when I did it. Stop bouncing me. No! Oh my god. Why did you suck me down there? Well, we're gonna die. Ooh. This will help. Yo, move it. This is not what I want, Sonic. Get up there. I think one of the things that's throwing me the most is the angle on the hit is never what I expect it to be. It's always a little further down or further up than what it looks like it should be. The platform can be I need to lock it again. To reset. Oh my god. Oh! As far as I can tell, this is the only way forward. I need to get this to happen. Oh, come on, man. Thank you. Finally. I'm gonna have to land this ridiculous jump. Why does it default throw you down after you do the successful thing? It does not work. It just does not work. But my success is determined by this one shot that I have no idea what the angle is on. Oh my god, it's so hard to do. Riding on up. I don't know why it had to be like that at all. Surge activated. Now what's this? So Robotnik here, he took bald eagles and put them into robots. I feel like he's gonna be in trouble for doing that, probably. It seems like it might be the end of him. I don't think Sonic has to deal with this guy anymore. Okay. The tubes are busted. I did bust the tubes first. I imagine the left and right tubes here reset my progress on the boss, or at least make me have to get back here the hard way. I think I need to go up the center now that the tubes are busted. Buster has been busted. Oh, we're gonna find out. Yep, they sure do. At least we're on the left side already. That's something. I did the jump. Oh man. What on earth is with the physics? Hey. I feel like it just looks at what percentage of the bar you're on, and it doesn't care about speed or anything like that. Nothing like that matters here. It actually is just like aiming based on what part of the bar you're on, and nothing else matters. And that's really throwing me off. That is to say, like, NES Pinball had a better idea of how this would work. Uh-oh. I think we're okay. Oh man, we gotta hit it so many times yet, looks like. But if I keep in mind the rule, I should be able to get the shot I want more easily. Oh boy, it locked in. We've almost earned one up. I beat this bonus level, I'll get an orb back. Not a good start. Clucker nailed. Score move. Faced. Clucker. Hog power, clucker face nailed. Cool spin. Ugh. Oh man. Almost. And you're 2,509,000. Allegedly, I got a 1-up for the 20 million points, but I don't know that that's true. I guess it is. Left rock will shoot. On fatal damage. Right and left rock will shoot. Love to see it. Would love to see it. Oh my god. Almost got one of the emeralds here. Missed it. How am I gonna get straight up here? Oh my god. The hardest shot in the world. Oh boy. Do not want up here. Okay, well that's game over. I don't think I care about the fourth stage enough to play it. I'll show you a map of it, and we'll pretend we beat it, and that's cool. It's gonna take too long. We gotta get to the next game here. Ah, there it is. So we're in the bottom left. And then we have this huge boss that, it has a lot of knockdown where you just have to go all the way back up to do any damage at all, and you just slowly chip at it. We're actually in the center here at the start. That's the one I was trying to get. Then we have to do the same thing on the left and right side. Then we go up and we get two more kind of in the middle of that. And then we're allowed to go up here and try and do this guy. I'll play that options music everybody likes while we rate this game. Ice Flake, thanks for sending in Sonic Spinball, the game that's gonna make YouTube mad. Fun factor, I don't really think it's very fun, but I can see why you would. I'll give it a 2. Unique ideas? Eh, sure. Have some of that. Controls, that's where you suffer a lot. A whole lot. I think it looks fine. I think it sounds okay. That's not really... Like, it's not perfect. It's not... It's a little below average. The music also below average for Sonic game. There's no ice cap zone in this one. Fascinating, I think it does get some of that. Approachable, not really. Maybe like a 2. Hates the player, absolutely does. Probably a 4 on difficulty and a 3 on that. They need to give you way more leniency on the physics for these tubes. Better directions and more extra balls. Stage select saves this. I think it's a better game than X-Men. The game what requires you to restart the whole console without telling you. You think I should add another skull? I don't know. I don't really feel that way about it. Especially since they gave you a stage select. It is a secret though. I think that if you learn what to do in this game, you can beat it pretty quickly. The last level really sucks a lot. I think it goes here. I don't know why I think X-Men is so fascinating. I'm gonna turn that one down a little bit. I don't know why I thought X-Men had a bunch of unique ideas either. Other than just multiple X-Men to be playable. That looks better. I'm revising a couple of these. What did Ernest Evans do that was unique? Why did I think that about Ernest Evans? the animation. He certainly did move. Sometimes I look at the scores I gave these games and I'm like, would I rather play Earnest Sevens than Sonic Spinball? I think I would, actually. I don't know why I put it below X-Men either, because I think I'd rather play it than X-Men as well. But, X-Men is really obnoxious, and it doesn't feel like it should be. Because actually, unlike this next one, looks pretty correct. The weird one out here is Awesome Possum with 15 points. I don't know why it has so many. It's because of trivia, I think. I do think Terminator 2 is somehow a more playable game than that one, but maybe not. Now, let's leave it the way it is. Star count aside, I think I wouldn't like to play Awesome Possum again. It probably is a better game than this one, though. I'm letting my bias for Terminator 2 the movie affect my score for this dreadful game. I'm gonna remove a star from Awesome Possum for how bad it runs. I'm gonna remove a star from sound for how crappy the voice clips are. Nah, those are actually the selling point. A 0 in graphics because of the frame rate? Maybe? I can see that, but I don't think that it looks bad until you start playing it. It's basically an Amiga game. The trivia is like the thing that keeps it from being junky. Completely, like, unoriginal. Otherwise, it would be the cookie-cutter Amiga kind of game, where you just place a whole bunch of stuff everywhere and, I think these ratings are correct. Me debating the star count of these games every day of my life. Controls are okay. Alright. Let's move on to our last game. I'm pretty set with Sonic Spinball being here. I think I'd rather play Earnest Evans, a weird, ugly platformer that is goofy and interesting, than I would Sonic Spinball, which is sort of interesting, but it isn't very fun.